It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And across the microphone from me, I see Al Lockard. I see Wesley Wertz. We must be talking veterans here today on Indiana in the Morning. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
This is a big time for veterans. November, it typically is, but even more so this year, Al. My goodness, you've got all kinds of things going on.
We do, and that's why Wes and I are here today to cover a couple of those things and make sure the public's aware of what's coming up this weekend on Saturday, November the 11th. A couple of the things I want to cover is that this weekend, across the street here, we have a beautiful venue where the commissioners have decided to dedicate another section of that area to build a new wall. And as you drive by the courthouse, you'll see there's a banner hanging out in front for people to buy bricks to honor those veterans that served and lived in Indiana County at some point in time. Mm-hmm. Applications are available all over the county as well as on our website. You can go on there and purchase a brick for your veteran. Now, on Saturday morning, immediately following the parade, we're going to be doing a ceremony, and I must say it's kind of a long overdue ceremony. There were two gentlemen back during COVID that there were supposed to be bridge dedications done, mm-hmm. and they kind of got lost in the shuffle. So now we have located those bridge placards, and we are holding ceremonies. We are going to be doing two of them. One is for Mr. George Haluta, and the other one is for Mr. Carl Roof. So we invite the public to come out. It'll be immediately following the conclusion of the parade on Saturday.
So the bridges themselves are where?
Well, the bridges, we have two different locations. One's out on Route 4001 Crooked Creek, which is actually out by 5 Points Road there.
Okay. And
then the second one is Route 403 going over Yellow Creek.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to do the dedications here, and then PennDOT will follow up with putting in the signs later.
Yeah. So that's right after the parade.
Right after the parade.
Okay.
Yeah, immediately following. And we have a few other things going on that day. Mm-hmm. Some people that are going to be Sheriff Fyock will be making a presentation to a gentleman that is unaware of it, so we're not going to discuss it here today. Mm-hmm. But there's a few other things that are going on that morning after the parade that we would love to have as many people there as possible. Long overdue celebration for these two men.
Absolutely. Speaking of the parade, Wes, good morning. This is where you come in, huh?
Yes. Just to clarify, the parade will be Saturday morning. The events kick off at 8 a.m., where our Legion Auxiliary hosts a breakfast that is free to the veterans, and I believe it's a $5 charge for non. That will go from 8 to roughly 8:10. And then at 10:45 on the dot, we'll step off the parade from 5th and Philadelphia Street, coming down and concluding in front of the courthouse with a cannon volley and a ceremony at 11:11. Mm-hmm. Then once that's continued, our parade elements will disperse from 9th Street here. All veterans and families are asked to stay, turn around at the courthouse, participate in those festivities. Immediately following that, there will be a luncheon back at the Legion at 12:30, and that's free and open to the public.
Okay. All right. So rumors notwithstanding, yes, the parade is being held on Saturday.
That is correct.
Yeah. Which is really nice because when Veterans Day is happening during the week, we get a really, really nice turnout from the folks who are downtown for business anyway,
right?
And others come in for it, but now everybody can come.
Exactly. It's just amazing to see that turnout that day alone, mm-hmm. regardless of rain, snow, all the weather we can get here in Indiana.
Yeah,
but
you're going to have great weather for it this weekend too.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Just for future reference, the only time that we ever move the parade date is if it falls on a Sunday, mm-hmm. and we do the parade on the observation day. So typically that Monday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. The parade is happening on Saturday, and you said when? 10:45.
10:45 is when the parade itself starts.
When it steps off.
Yes. And once again, it starts at 5th and Philadelphia Street ending in front of the courthouse.
Okay. So that's good news. The parade is coming. It is Veterans Day weekend. Of course, Al, the next day is the Veterans Marathon, is it not?
No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Oh, my
It
goodness.
was,
Yeah.
yes. Wonderful turnout. We, and I say we, my wife and I are no longer the race directors of that event. There's two wonderful people, Carl and Stephanie, that have taken that over. And not to mention that InFirst Bank is still the primary sponsor of that race. They had over 360 people sign up and then pre-sign up, and then they had roughly 40 other people show up that day. And I mean, the weather was wonderful for an event like that.
For it.
So nearly 400 runners participate for the Veterans Marathon.
Wow.
Great to see that thing continue to
Tremendous.
12th year.
Wow.
Yeah, 12th year.
Very, very well done. And they worked so hard at it. To go, big props to InFirst Bank for everything that they did.
Absolutely. Yeah, those guys over there, Tim, Jess, Connie, Sally's wife, they're all there egging the runners to go. And we had a wonderful turnout this year for some guest speakers that showed up. It was good to see Mr. Ruddick was back at the mic, saying a few words. So that was nice to see. Yes.
Yeah, terrific. All right, so as I said, when you get to Veterans Day week and Veterans Day's on a Saturday, then you know that there are going to be a lot of events that will have to do with veterans and veterans issues, veterans causes, and we never want to lose sight of any of that.
Right. Too, Todd, is like to point out, just like the American Legion does, the community really, you have the Elks that do a breakfast event, and then you have other community events that are going on. Greystone host a veterans breakfast. Just the community itself, what I would do or suggest is people look into the newspapers, look into the media like this, and Facebook and things of that. See what's available. If you're a veteran, please get out there and attend these events. These folks want to see you. They want to hear your message, and they are just tickled to death to do these kinds of things for our veterans.
Yeah, it is absolutely tremendous. Wes, of course, at the Legion, things continue to plug right along.
They do. I'd also like to mention that for those veterans out there that would like to participate in the parade, you don't need to contact me or RSVP. We do have a spot at the beginning of the parade where veterans themselves can march in it. Just show up at 5th and Philadelphia Street, and my parade directors will help get you where you need to be. And also, Walter Scroth has some vehicles in the parade, military vehicles. For those that may not be able to ride, we may be able to find a seat on there for you.
A little nostalgia there, huh? I get back in the old whatever. I think he's got a deuce and a half.
Yeah, it actually has a couple of them and a couple old Jeeps and medic vehicles. And the Indiana High School did a Salute to Heroes night for the football game. And Walter had, as well as a Black Hawk, they had land on the baseball field. Walter had a bunch of vehicles sitting out there for that. So hats off to him for doing that for us. Pretty
amazing stuff that is going on in Indiana County, all veterans oriented. What else do we have going on with your office right now?
Well, there's quite a few things going on right now. We've got the PACT Act, which I've been in here and referred to before. This is was passed in August the 2nd of 2022 by Congress, which opens the gates for our veterans that are coming home from Iraq, Afghanistan, Southwest Asia, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of opportunities for those veterans in need of the medical assistance that they are so justly, deserve. Yeah. We have opportunities for them to take care of that through the PACT Act, and all they have to do is come to my office.
There are a lot of services that are available to veterans that they never take advantage of.
Yes.
And we've had any number of folks on with the Veterans Providers Group to talk about why that is. But the encouragement that veterans give to veterans to take part in these services and to keep them alive and strong for other vets is very, very strong. It's a great incentive, and we hope that they do take advantage of it.
I would. I know, Wes, and I can tell you that if I had $1 for every time I've ran into a vet that said to me, I don't do that because I feel like I'm taking something away from a fellow veteran. That is just simply not the case. We encourage those people to take advantage of these programs, because if we don't, they'll discontinue the program.
Yeah. Either the funding will go somewhere else to some other county or even state, or the programs themselves will just disappear. And we don't want that to happen. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in to tell us all about these wonderful events coming up. Parade is Saturday. The event right after the parade at the courthouse for the bridge dedications. Those are all very, very special things. And again, Al, for folks who want to get themselves a brick for the new wall?
Yes, please go to the Indiana County website, look under the Veterans page, and there's an application, or just simply call my office, 724-465-3815.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS.